What happened to cold fusion research funding? Imagine a discovery that could revolutionize energy, but then suddenly vanishes from the funding radar. That's pretty much what happened with cold fusion. It all started in 1989 when professors Martin Pons and Stanley Fleischmann announced they had achieved nuclear fusion at room temperature. This claim sparked huge excitement and a rush of government money. The Utah State Legislature even set aside $5 million to create the National Cold Fusion Institute to push this new science forward. But things didn't go as planned. When other scientists tried to reproduce their experiments, results were inconsistent or simply didn't happen at all. The initial enthusiasm quickly faded. By mid-1991, the National Cold Fusion Institute had to shut down because the state funds dried up and private investors stayed away. The idea of cold fusion became more of a scientific controversy than a promising new energy source. After that, research mostly went underground. Some groups kept working on cold fusion, but they faced skepticism from the mainstream scientific community. The U.S. Navy's Space and Naval Warfare Systems Center studied cold fusion phenomena through the 1990s and early 2000s. They even released reports suggesting more research was needed, but funding was still limited. In 2012, a private millionaire donated $5.5 million to create the Sidney Kimmel Institute for Nuclear Renaissance at the University of Missouri. This institute explored hydrogen interactions with metals under extreme conditions, showing some private interest remained. Still, government agencies like the Department of Energy did not invest heavily. They reviewed cold fusion claims in 2000 but decided not to fund large-scale projects. In 2016, the U.S. House Committee on Armed Services asked for briefings about low-energy nuclear reactions, a term sometimes used for cold fusion. This showed some military interest, but it was very limited. Meanwhile, mainstream fusion research, which focuses on high-temperature plasma experiments using devices called tokamaks and stellarators, kept getting more funding and international support. So, in the end, cold fusion funding mostly disappeared because the experiments kept producing quirky, unrepeatable results. The scientific community grew skeptical and moved away from supporting it publicly. Today, cold fusion remains a niche area, mostly driven by private investors or military curiosity, but it's no longer a major focus of government research. Its story reminds us how extraordinary claims can spark excitement but also face tough scrutiny when they don't deliver consistent results.